This is Leela. And Leela had a problem. A very serious, snuggly, bedtime problem. She could not find the coziest blanket in the world. Oh, she had blankets. She had the itchy-scratchy blanket. Leela touches the tartan and shudders. She had the super-slidey blanket. The silky blanket slips right off the bed. And she had the full-of-holy blanket. She pokes a finger through a large knit hole. But none of them were just right. Not cozy all the way through. Sighing deeply, to Tumble the teddy bear. Tumble, I don't think the coziest blanket exists. It's just a story. The teddy bear, of course, doesn't talk. But Leela tilts his head as if he's listening thoughtfully. But that night, as Leela finally fell asleep under the itchy-scratchy blanket, something wonderful began to happen. A little visitor had arrived. A dream wisp. Its job was to find dreamers in need of a little extra comfort. And when it saw Leela, it knew just what to do. The wisp gently landed on Leila's nose. It didn't wake her, but in her dream. Leela, in dream. Whoa! Where am I? The wisp makes a series of gentle chimes and hums that Leela somehow understands as words. You are looking for the coziest. We can help. Follow the feeling. The wisp zips away down a path lined with soft moss. Leela didn't need to be told twice. She followed the wisp, her bare feet sinking into the wonderfully soft moss. She was following a feeling that started in her toes and whispered, "This way to cozy. Wow, you will look so happy." These weren't ordinary sheep. They were cloud sheep, and their wool was spun from happy memories and warm afternoons. The wisp, chiming brightly. The first ingredient, memory wool, for warmth that remembers sunshine. The wisp tugs gently on a loose, floating puff of the sunny yellow wool. It comes away easily, glowing softly. Leela reaches out and a puff of rosy pink wool drifts into her hand. It's weightless and feels like a hug. Leela, giggling, letting the wool puff tickle her palm. It's like holding a giggle. The weaver woman, looking up with a smile. Her voice is like rustling pages and flowing water. Ah, the seeker arrives. And the little wisp has brought you to the right place. I am the weaver. My river holds the threads of quiet moments, the hush of a snowfall, the murmur of a bedtime story, the silence between heartbeats. Leela watched, mesmerized, as the weaver dipped a graceful hand into the river and drew out a long, shimmering strand of silvery thread. Leela, what do you do with them? The weaver woman. She begins to thread the silvery strand onto her loom. We weave them to make the quiet that holds the warmth. A blanket that is only warm is too loud. It needs this gentle quiet to become truly cozy. Would you like to help? The wisp nudges Leela forward. The weaver shows her how to gently guide a soft, blue whisper thread onto the loom. Now, for the magic that makes a blanket a friend. The stitch sprites. The weaver woman. They stitch in the secrets. The stories told only to stuffed animals. The dreams of flying. The memory of your first cookie. These are what make the blanket yours. Leela, pointing excitedly as a sprite embroiders a tiny, recognizable Tumble the teddy bear onto a corner. Look, that's Tumble. And there's my red balloon from the park. She kneels down, and a brave little sprite climbs onto her knee. It holds up a tiny thread the color of laughter. Leela, whispering to the sprite, Can you put in the time I learned to whistle? And the smell of Grandma's cookies? The sprite nods vigorously and zips off to stitch in those very things. Leela, it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. It's warm and quiet, and it has all my stories. But she snuggles her face into a corner of it, then pulls back. It's not quite right. It's not complete. The weaver woman looks surprised, then thoughtful. The wisp droops, chiming sadly. Failed. Not cozy. The weaver woman sits beside Leela, her voice gentle. You are wise, little seeker. We have gathered wool from happy meadows, threads from quiet rivers, and stitched in secret stories. But you are correct. There is one final thread, the most important one, and it cannot be found here. Leela, her eyes are wide. Where is it? The weaver woman. It is found in your own world. It is the thread of safe return. The feeling you have when a scary dream ends, and you open your eyes to see your own familiar ceiling. The knowing that you are home, and you are safe. Only you can bring that thread. Leela understood. The blanket was perfect, but it was a dream blanket. To make it real, to make it the coziest blanket in the world, it needed to be anchored in her own world, in her own safe bed. Leela woke up. For a moment, she felt sad, thinking it was all a dream. But then she saw it. The golden thread, curled in her hand like a sleeping kitten. The thread of safe return. She looked at her bed, at the itchy, scratchy blanket. An idea sparked. Leela wasn't a weaver or a sprite, but she was an expert in being Leela. And as she stitched her safe return thread onto her own blanket, she worked in the most powerful magic of all, the magic of home. Murmuring into her pillow, it's not too heavy. It's not too light. It's not scratchy or slidey. It's warm and quiet, and it has all my stories, and it smells like my room. She lets out a deep, happy sigh, the sigh of perfect comfort. Narrator. And so, Leela had found it. Or rather, she had made it. The coziest blanket in the world. It wasn't made in a magic meadow or by a river of whispers, though it had visited those places. It was made right here, in this very room. Because the final ingredient, the thread of safe return, the thing that makes any blanket truly cozy, is you. Thank you for watching. Like the video. Subscribe for more stories.